What's good, gamers? What's good, YouTube? This is your boy Lincoln Clay coming back with another video. Remember to hit like, subscribe, and if you would please hit the bell so whenever I upload a video you'll get notified of it. And I decided to go with a Uncharted theme given what today's topic is. So let's get this show on the road. This is Amy Hennig. Most people know her for her work with Naughty Dog and the Uncharted franchises, and we pretty much know recently she was fired from EA and her latest project was shut down. So in a recent interview, she says that people ask for story-based games but aren't necessarily buying them, they just watch them. So I decided to take a look at this article and get more into it and see exactly what she's talking about. So she's quoted here in this shaded box, and she's referencing her experience with Visceral and EA to the state of gaming today. And so she talks about what happened with the Star Wars project and how it didn't come out of the blue. But I'll take off from right here. So she says, there's a real problem. This line we've been running up to for a lot of years, which is the rising cost of development and the desires, or the demands even, of players in terms of hours of gameplay, fidelity, production values, additional modes, all these things. Those pressures end up very real internally. If it costs you, say, 100 million or more to make a game, how are you making that money back and making a profit? And then she goes on to say, and the $60 price point can change, right? There's a lot of negative press around monetization, loot boxes, games as a service, etc. But these things are trending now in the industry, especially for larger publishers. As an answer to the problem of rising development costs, budgets keep going up, the bar keeps getting raised, and it starts making less and less sense to make these games. There is also this trend now that as much as people protest and say, why are you canceling a linear story-based game? This is the kind of game we want. People aren't necessarily buying them. They're watching somebody else play them online. Now, I'm in no position to question her expertise, but I have to ask, how did you come to a conclusion that no one's buying story-based games? I mean, did you count how many people ask for these games against how many people are buying them? As far as I'm concerned, if a game sells one copy a day, then it's selling. Maybe not at the pace you, the developer, or the publisher were hoping for, but it's selling. So her comments left me with mixed opinions. You know, we know she was devastated about being fired by EA, but she had to know she was dealing with the devil fucking with them. And by saying that it makes less and less sense to make story-based games, she sounds like a person lobbying for a job, you know, as if to say, you know, hey, I get it. Publishers want multiplayer games with microtransactions, so I'm on board if anyone wants to hire me. You know, and also to say it makes less and less sense to make story-based games, I think that's kind of disrespectful to the craft that made her, who she is. So could you imagine Tom Brady of the New England Patriots saying, you know, no one's coming to our games, so I'm done with the NFL and I'm going to the Canadian Football League? You know, there's still a market for story-based games. You know, take a look at this for a second. Right here, Horizon Zero Dawn production budget was $47 million. So recently it was revealed that Horizon Zero Dawn surpassed 4 million units sold. So I did the math. So let's say Horizon sold for $30. I picked that number because it was on sale here and there at retailers and the PlayStation Store. So 4 million units sold times $30 comes out to be 120 million. Now the game actually retailed for $50. So let's times that by 4 million and we come up with 200 million. But we know the game was on sale at times, so it probably didn't do 200 million. But it's a safe bet that it did considerably more than 120 million. So with a development cost of 47 million and a minimum gross of 120 million, I'd say Horizon did pretty good for a story-based game. So other than the rising cost to develop the game, what Amy said didn't make a lot of sense to me. Hell, Floyd Mayweather made $1 billion in a sport that's supposed to be dead. So to say it makes less and less sense to make story-based games sounds like greedy developer talk who want to build a game once and use microtransactions to make money off it for years to come. If story-based games weren't selling, Sony wouldn't be releasing all these exclusives for 2018, and there wouldn't be a lot of hype and excitement for these releases. So, that's my thought on it. This is your boy Lincoln Clay. I'm out.